Hello everyone and welcome to our Hebrew lesson number 15. Today it's a new story. Actually it can connect to the story that we spoke about last lesson. It was people in the restaurant or any social group that staying and drinking or whatever. It looks like more restaurants. And here it's continue to the situation that happened in the restaurants. Someone came and said, Slicha. This is a word for excuse me in Hebrew, but we're using it for two ways. It's also excuse me and also sorry. This word we're using for these two situations when we want to say sorry or excuse me. In this situation, it's act like excuse me. Someone came and said slicha to a person and said mishehu yoshev bakise haze. Is someone sitting in this chair? Mishu, it's someone. I think we already saw this word, Mishu. And Yoshev, sit, Yoshev. Bakise, in. Kise is chair. So if someone's sitting in this chair, Hazeh, this is mean this one. And immediately got the answer, La. This is mean. And the person that actually asks the question if the chair is available, it means that you can sit there, immediately said, as אני יכולה לשבת פה. You said that no one's sitting here. It means, okay, so I can sit here. So, אז אני יכולה. So this is show us that the person speaking is a woman, because she said יכולה and not יכול. יכול it's for male and יכולה for female, and the meaning יכול is can. She said, אז אני יכולה לשבת פה. לשבת is to sit here. And if you remember our last lesson, we spoke about the things Shem HaPo'al. Whenever we have a verb, we have also something that called Shem HaPo'al, and it's always like to something, to eat, to drink, to go, to come. So we have a word to say all the words that connect with to. And if you see, we said the basic verb, it was yoshev. And here she said lashevet. It looks a completely different word. And I know why, because look, for example, the nikud. Here it's a segol, a shevet. Here is tzere, and also the sounds is different. But this example, it's a little bit different. And you will see another way. We will see actually many ways right now. I'm not doing right now full lessons to explain Shem HaPo'al grammar. Shem HaPo'al grammar is a dikduk in Hebrew. I'm not doing a lesson to explain all the Shem HaPo'al, but I'm showing you a few words here and here, and at the end I will do a full lesson for this. So here we see one way about this, a about the verb yoshev, and if I want to sit, yoshev is sit. If I want to say the word to sit, I want to sit here, then I'm not saying אני רוצה, I want to יושב. We change it a little bit, okay? So this is just to know how the sentence is work. But of course, you don't need to know right now everything how to use it. You will know, that's for sure. So let's continue in the story. And then she said, this woman, so if no one sitting here, as אני יכולה, for female, כן, לשבת פה, to sit here. And when she is sitting, then someone who sit next to her said, Shalom, hello. אני נתן. I am Natan. Natan is his name. And she answered him, Shalom Natan. Shalom Natan. He just introduced himself and said, Ani Natan. And then she said, Shalom Natan. And also said, Ani Tamar. It means my name is Tamar. And she said I Tamar, Ani Tamar, I am Tamar. And he started a conversation with this woman that called Tamar. And he asked her, Ma at קוראת? What are you reading? He just saw her reading something, and he asked her what she is reading. And here we see we have the word קוראת, this is a verb, and for female here is קוראת. If you remember lesson number 13 and 12, we did some grammar, and I show you that there is two ways that it changed for female. Sometimes we adding tav, like here, קוראת, and sometimes we adding hey, like יכולה. So it's the same. And so he asked, מה את קוראת? What are you reading? And another question, זה ספר חדש? This is a new book. ספר is book. זה ספר, this book new. Look, this is another example that in Hebrew it works different comparing to English. In English we said this is a new book, and here we say this is book new. That's how it works in Hebrew. Why? I have no idea. And actually we don't care. We just want to learn. So he asked if it's the Sefer Hadash, if it is a new book. And he is not stopping with this question and continue and said, הוא מעניין? It's interesting. Such a diggy guy. So he said if he's interesting, הוא מעניין? Here another thing we say, we call the book like male, who or he. That's how also another thing that in Hebrew we look at the things and said like if it's like it's female or male. That's how it works in Hebrew. And after learning a while, you will know which things is male and which is female. So after this question, Tamar, the woman, answered to Natan about it, and she said, כן, זה ספר מעניין. This is an interesting book. זה ספר, this book, מעניין, interesting. This book, interesting. And she continued and said, Yesh po, there is Yesh po, remember the word Yesh last lesson? Yesh po sipur yafe, there is a story, sipur is a story, Yesh po there is, sipur story, yafe is beautiful, al רופא שיש לו ילד והוא לא מכיר אותו. Long sentence. She said again, יש פה סיפור יפה על רופא שיש לו ילד והוא לא מכיר אותו. She said there is a story about some doctor that he have a kid, or a child, and he doesn't know him. יש פה סיפור יפה, there is a beautiful story, על, about, important word, על, about, רופא, רופא it's a doctor in Hebrew, שיש לו, that he have, יש לו. Lo is also one of the words that it's actually a little bit connected to grammar, and we focus about all of this in the future. But here you just need to know that he has. שיש לו ילד, child, והוא, and he, לא מכיר אותו. לא is no, of course, מכיר אותו is know him. But remember, makir, it's a word that work different in Hebrew. We said makir, it's more like familiar. Makir oto, know him. This is the translation. And she started to recommend about this book, and she said, kedai lecha. Kedai lecha, it means it's good for you to read it. כדאי לך. כדאי לך לקרוא. See, this is also another שם הפועל. לקרוא, it means to read. And if you remember, this is actually, let's continue and explain something. כדאי לך לקרוא את הספר הזה. You should to read this book. Actually, hazeh, it's this. It is another word that we use in a lot in Hebrew. You need to get used to it, that's all. And you will see the rules when we use it. But there is no translation for this word. So she recommended and tell him you should read it. It's and Natan asked Tamar, Natan the guy, asked her, איך קוראים לספר? What's the name of the book? איך קוראים? Remember, I think we mentioned that we have a way in Hebrew to tell someone, instead of what's your name, מה השם שלך, we said איך קוראים לך, how you called. So here, the same way that we ask people, we can ask about things. איך קוראים לספר? How it called. And actually, and here it's what's the name of the book? איך קוראים לספר? How people call to this book. And here you can see קוראים, it's for plural, and the basic verb is קורא. And look how it works. Here with קורא, I just took it because we can see the letters, and just ignore from Yud and Mem, but this is for plural. So the basic word is קורא, Kuf, Vav, Reish, Aleph. And look how it works in Shem HaPoal. We adding lamed, always two is le. אני הולך לבית הספר. Remember this sentence? I'm going to the school. And here it's always, when it's Shem Hapoal, it starts with the letter Lamed. La. And he said Li Kro. Here we have the letter Kuf, Reish, Vav, Aleph. And here we have the letter Kuf, Vav, Reish, Aleph. The same letter, we just switch the letter Vav from to be the second one to be the third one. And that's all. So this is actually most of the Shem Hapoal, that's how it works. And of course we see examples and we do a special lesson for this. But I'll just show you to see that actually it's not so hard like how we saw in the beginning of the lesson about Yoshev and Lashevet. Lashevet, it's a little bit different. But here this is most of the word works like this. So if we back to the story, he asked her what's the name of the book, איך קוראים לספר? And immediately he said, אני כותב, I'm writing. So it's meaning, tell me. But what he said, just, I'm writing. It's like, what's the name of the book? I'm writing. מה השם של הספר? אני כותב. He write for himself, of course, because he wants to remember what's the name of the book. And she answered, קוראים לו, 3 dots, actually 2 dots, I forgot one. His name, or he called, as I explained about Korim, and whatever. As I said, I don't know the name of the book because we don't care about the real book. We want to know how to use the word and sentence, and that's what we learned today. So, of course, practice again. That will help you to know. I hope you enjoy this video, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.